Hey everyone, my name is Ritvik Tuteja, and today we're going to discuss on why you should have a reason for everything you do. You should know the why. The why question should always be known. So, this is where leadership comes into play. Now, many of us, almost all of us, want to be leaders and we want people to follow us. And maybe in an audience of people whom we know, let's say 10 to 15 people stand and say, all right, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. But why would that person want to follow you? What is so good in you? Why would the person want to follow you? There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason behind everything you do in life. There has to be a reason behind why you chose a course in your college days, why do you study a particular area of specialization. Then, when you get a job, why do you take the job? What's in it for you? Maybe after you take a job, you work for a few years, you leave the job. Why do you leave the job? You want to start a business. Why do you want to start a business? What do you want? We want growth. We want profits. Why do you want profit? What is it that drives you? Well, unless you don't have a concrete reason behind all your actions, you will fail to add value to the objectives in your life. Of course, we all set objectives, we all set our own ambitions, our goals for ourselves, for the society, but we need to know why we are doing it. Nothing can be done aimlessly. Now, when we go to colleges and when we do a particular course, we are taught the art of listening and we are taught a lot of things. But why is it so important for us to imply those things, to implement those things in our real life? Why is it so important? Because that adds value to us, and because we will add value to people when we know some kind of knowledge, when we have information, we can impart it. All right, but you always need to know the why behind everything. Okay, so when you actually have, if you have a company of your own and you go out to hire employees, you go out to hire employees. So when you hire an employee, you won't hire an employee on the basis of, oh, I want that employee who has blonde hair and who speaks fluently and who's this and who's that, who looks good. No, you don't do that. What if you want to adopt a kid? Would you adopt a kid on the way he looks, or would you adopt a kid on on just any unrelated grounds? You would obviously hire an employee or adopt a child on the basis of certain characteristics and qualities that reflects on the culture of your family, the culture of your organization. And the reason I'm talking about something personal and something professional is because when we are in the organizations, we are part of organizations, or we are part of wherever our workplace is, where we are enriching our personalities, enriching our careers, whatever we are doing. We say, when you go to offices or when we go to these places, we say, you know what, this place is like a family to me. It's not like a family, they are a family. Take them to be your family. When you take your employees, when you take your own subordinates, your own juniors, your own seniors to be like a family to you, that is when you will actually emerge to be a good leader. And that is when you will actually add value to each other's personalities. Now, for example, if you if you actually have to ask someone a particular thing, if you have to write back to somebody, you would do it through social media. And like I've always said, social media is a disease. Wouldn't it be better if you actually went to the person in the organization, if you actually walked that 35 steps, so the 40 steps to the person's cabin, you actually said, hey, listen, hi, I just, a quick question for you. I got a meeting right now. Can you just tell me a few things that I need to remember when I go for the meeting? Or could you please tell me a few things that I need to know to convert the client? Well, when you actually try, you actually make an attempt, to make an effort to develop a relationship, and you show it that you actually care, that's the time when you actually begin to bond naturally. If you don't have time for these things, if you say that, oh, I'm too busy, I have no time to go meet people, I have no time to go out for lunch or for dinner, or I have no time to meet my friends, or I have no time to do this, I have no time to do that, then, well, listen, if you cannot make time for somebody, then that somebody will also never make time for you. It's a balanced equation. It's a balanced equation. Why? Exactly. Why would someone else make time for you when you cannot make time for that person? When you cannot go out and help that person, why would that person want to come and help you? You should know that when you want to actually achieve success in anything you do in life, you're supposed to have an open mindset. And you're always supposed to know that if you're in an organization, if you're the owner of a company, if you're a CEO, no matter who you are, you need to know that you are in a family that has common values, that follows a culture, and that actually does things together. All right? If you want to run alone, you can run fast. But if you want to run far, you got to run together. I'll put this in a better way. All right? If you want to run far, you run alone. If you want to run fast, you actually, sorry, I'll put this again in the right way. If you want to run fast, you run alone. But if you want to run far, you run together. You run together. Now, look at those people who are in the army, people in the army, in any country's army for that matter, any national army. The first day they step onto the battlefield, you have the commanding officer who comes this close to them, this close, and fires on their face that you have to be unselfish. The words I, me, myself comes to an end. You cannot do anything for I, me, myself over here. It has to be we, us, together. We, us, together. We always have to remember we have to do everything together in life. If you want to grow together, we have to do everything together. We, us, together. Remember that. That's what they have told that's what they are told the first day before they actually get onto the field and start firing shots at their enemies. Remember, we got to do this together. Otherwise, we're going to fail. And that's the truth in organizations as well. That's the truth in a family as well. We got to do things together. And like I was telling you before, well, you get to choose your employees. You don't get to choose your children. Your children could be smart. They could be dumb. They could be a retard. They could be anything. They could look disgusting. They could look smart. They could look like the best man or the most beautiful or the most handsome guy in the world. They could be suffering through some mental illnesses, whatever it is. But you don't get to choose your children. You are given what you need. Well, just like that in organizations, you might get to choose your employees, but you'll always get what you need, what you need best. Just like that. Like I told you, the reason I took the family example again is because when we all want to be parents in life, we all hope that, oh my god, I hope that I get the best son, or I hope I get the best daughter. I hope that I get the best looking guy. I hope I get the most handsome son, or I hope that I get my daughter's adorable. She's beautiful. We all look at the positives, of course, and the gist of being a good parent is to, of course, look at the plus points of your child and promote him to do what he's good in. That's the truth. Just like that, an organization, what the plus point of a leader, to see where your subordinates or to see where your juniors are good at, your team is good at, and allot the task that the person is good at to each other. But you will always get what you need. You will never get what you want. You got to go into every place without expectations. But still, you need to do everything together. As I said, it's we, us, together. And if you want to go fast, you can go alone. But if you want to go really far, you go together. All right? What happens in a battlefield? What happens in a battlefield? If we know that these people have this objective of reaching a particular place and capturing that place. But the moment they see that one of their men is injured or he's a little slow, well, they wait. They will actually go back to him. They'll take him on their back. And then they will walk towards their objective, towards their mission, towards the completion of their mission. But they will not leave that guy behind. Why? Because it's not about how fast you do something. It's about how far you go doing it. And like I said, it's about going far. It's about we, us together. It's about going far in your life. You need to see things from a long-term perspective. You got to go far. You got to make a difference. You got to aspire to make a difference. You need to change lives. But why would someone follow you? That's only when you actually set the standards and the policy and you make it like a family for them. when you bring togetherness, you bring unity, you bring order, you bring discipline, you bring command, you bring what is good for each other, you make sure that everyone is doing what they're good at, you make a team that is strong. And you should have the guts to say this line. The line goes this way: I don't mind if I'm given a herd of dogs or I'm given a pack of wolves. I will still win. Why? Because everybody wants to have the best people in their team, wants to have a pack of wolves. Everyone wants to have a wolf with them, a pack of wolves, and they want to win. What if I give you a pack of dogs who doesn't know anything? Will you still be able to bring the best out of them and win? If the answer is yes, it's fabulous. You achieved it because you know exactly how to manage people, and no matter how weak your team is, you will still bring out the best and be strong. The strongest, in fact. But if you're already given the best and you're asked to manage them, is it not very simple or is it not very hard in that case? Because you have to deal with so many egos, you have to deal with so many standards. Well, both of them have their plus and their limitations, but you should know how to lead any pack of people. And that only comes when your standards, when your principles, when your values are honest. When all that is honest, the question to why should someone follow you? Why should someone be a part of your team? Why should someone choose you to be their boss? All that is answered. Why? Because you reflect it from your personality. I want to be your I want to be in your team because you're a good person, you're a good leader, you're a good captain. What will I get being in a team? I think I'll get to do what I'm good at. Well, if your subordinates can say this to you, you will succeed as a leader. And you need to believe in developing relationships. Most of the countries in south of Europe, Italy, France, Spain, Brazil. Now these countries, they focus more on human relations, on making sure that everything is good between the people to bring the best out of them. The other countries like the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and Russia, for that matter, these countries, they focus on they just focus on work. And many countries in Asia as well, they just focus on work and human relations later. You take care of your nonsense later, or your human relations, your human problems later. First, work. Well, who actually produces better? The people who take care of human problems first, or the people who actually take care of work first? What's the point of having a team of people who have ego clashes against each other when you're achieving an objective? There's no point. Wouldn't it be better if all of us are on the same page, all of us know what our jobs are, what our objectives are, we've spent time in developing the team, in defining the objectives, in defining the why, in answering the question why to each and every question, and going ahead with the task. Isn't that much better? Of course it is. So from now on, start defining the why to every question. Start defining that. Start adding value to your objectives. Know why you want to do something. You can't want to do something because you just want to do it. It's not possible. Why do you want to have kids? Because I want to have kids. No. Why do you want to have a company? Growth. You want money. Why do you want money? Beyond the mediocre and beyond the cliche answers of I want to make money, I want growth, I want to be satisfied, there has to be a bigger picture in life. There has to be a bigger picture behind why did you dare to dream? Why did you dare to dream? There has to be an answer to that question. And if you can answer that question, then everything else is answered. But you need to answer the big question. And let me tell you, if you have a dream, you need to define it in words. Because people can read the objectives better when they are in words. Why do you want something to be done? Because A, because B, because C. You can't say, hey, listen, I want this to be done, so please do it for me. Why should I do it for you? What if I don't do it for you? What are you going to do? Well, people read through the words. When people can read your goals, it becomes clearer. You feel important because you feel that you are a part of it. Because obviously, when you can read what is written, that you know that there is something that's expected of you. You know that there is some kind of importance, responsibility given to you. You feel valued. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. I have a dream. He said it aloud. And what did we do? We all heard it. and he achieved his dream, and he made millions of other people have a dream. But he didn't just say it and leave it. He put it on paper. I have a dream. But what's your dream? And why should I be a part of your dream? You need to make me realize that. You need to make each person out there realize why should they be a part of your dream? Why should they be a part of your organization? Why should they be a part of your culture? You need to love your employees. If you are in an organization, you need to love your employees. You need to give them attention, respect, and you need to give them the same sense of responsibility and equality. Remember, everyone's an equal. Everyone wants responsibility. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to be given the same amount of respect. No one wants to be anyone's favorite. No one likes the dirty politics that people play. Everyone wants to be an equal. And if you're ready to go as per the rules, play fair, and give equal responsibility to every person, only then can you make sense with why you want to do it. All right? Always add value to your objectives in life. All right? Your kids always want to know why they are doing a particular thing. You need to tell them that, son, daughter, listen, I want you to do this because XYZ. And it should be legit and it should be practical reason. Because obviously, your children, your subordinates are going to ask you questions. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we here? Why have we come here? Why are we doing this particular thing? What's in it for us? They're all going to ask you. And you need to have an answer. You need to know the purpose of your objectives. It doesn't end at the objective. Nothing ends at the objective. There has to be a purpose why you set those objectives, and you need to be open about it. When someone asks you, why have you set those objectives, you can't say, oh yeah, because that's my choice. No, I'm not going to be a part of your objective if it's your choice. If it's your choice, you do it. I won't do it because that's my choice. So unless you don't tell me why you chose that, I won't feel respected. I won't feel important. And I'm not demanding importance, but I want to see what role do I have to play in your objectives. All right. So always remember, define your objective and add value to it. Make it clear, concise, and make sure that there is clarity to it and it's concrete. All right. So remember, when you add value to something, everything else has its value. All right. And remember that if you're working in a company, you're working in an organization, you're working anywhere, remember to treat everyone as equal. And remember that it's always we, us together, because if you want to go alone, you can go fast. But if you want to go far, we do it together. All right. I'm pretty sure all of us want to go far. So let's do it together. Let's make this happen together as a family. All right. Make people feel important around you. Develop healthy, good human relationships and bring the best out of everybody around you. I'll see you next time. Until then, you take care, enjoy yourselves, bring value to your life, add a meaning, and remember, you got to be happy no matter what you do. And you got to make sure that the others are also happy when they're doing it. See you.